Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I have a super exciting unboxing video to share with you guys. Just an unboxing, not a review or anything like that. We have knives from Defiant 7, and what's really cool about Defiant 7 is it's Les George and Chad Nichols bringing some designs that, like if you were to look at, for example, a Les George VECP Mid-Tech, you're going to pay well over $400 for that. Fortunately, with the collaboration they've done here and, just choosing the materials and processes, they get the price down lower and they make it, it's still an expensive knife, but it's more affordable. And you're able to get your hands on something that is legitimately made in the USA. Not, parts manufactured somewhere else and then they put it together here. No, it is manufactured in the United States, which is really cool. It's been a long time since I've handled anything from Defiant 7, and I'm really excited to see what all has changed, because these are some newer models. Where can you get these? These actually came to me from USA Made Blade. Thank you so much to Scott Whittington from USA Made Blade for sending these in. Check out USA Made Blade. I'll have links for these knives and USA Made Blade in general down in the description. They are awesome, and as you might have guessed, they sell USA Made Blades. So if you're into that kind of thing, I know I am, then check them out. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel, and subscribe. How do I usually end that? Okay, anyways. We have two different versions of the Talos. We have Stonewash Magna Cut and Stonewash Magna Cut Green Anno. Very exciting. The Talos, probably my earliest, like the very first example of a knife that I had seen that was designed by Les George. And this would have been back in like 2012, I think was the first time that I saw that. So a long time ago. We're going to open this one here first. Alrighty. Now, the locking system, if it is what I think it is obviously not a new locking system for the knife industry, but it is different, at least from what I remember experiencing with Defiant 7. So, this is we got a real big boy. I'm a big boy, I'm a real big boy. That song is always going to be stuck in my head ever since the first time I heard it. Very cool. This is beefy. Okay, so now these guys are running on bearings. It's like a washer with bearings. Super snappy. Is this? Holy moly. That is a very crisp plunge lock. This is a plunge lock. Very crisp. Oh, yeah. That's so much nicer than I would have. So, here's the reason I'm surprised. Plunge locks in general just don't make good detents, usually. We Knives has figured out how to do it, and I've seen it a few other times. Most of the time, it makes me think of filling a Pringles can full of water and then pulling out a fistful of mush, watery Pringles. And then, that's what it feels like to me. You can hear it. Super nice. Contoured aluminum here, seam construction. So this feels every bit. Does Les George do these in his shop? Is that what the deal is here with these? Because this feels every bit as nice as a standard Les George. Les George has an awesome pocket clip too, by the way. 3-hole. There's a lot of clips that will fit that. Textured button there. Super nice. Super nice, and in Magna Cut. Holy moly. Let's check this one out. So this is going to be the green anodized one. So the reason I've mentioned, I want to see what's different. The first time I handled a Defiant 7 knife, it felt nice, but the washer action was not my favorite in the whole world. This feels like night and day. This feels totally super nice. The green, this is beautiful. It's like a forest green, not an OD green, a forest green. Centering on both of these looks great. The lockup on both of these, this one's no different, by the way. Lockup is totally solid. A little tiny bit of stick, but that's typical for a plunge lock. No blade play whatsoever on either of them. Phenomenal. Awesome. These are Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. The action's incredible. So the Talos, I don't know if the Talos is Les George's like flagship, if it's his most flagship model, but I immediately recognize the Talos profile. And we've had the Talos in a lot of different forms. A lot of Les George stuff you'll see, or at least some Les George stuff, like the Rockeye, which looks just like the VECP, but the VECP is a mid-tech version of the custom Rockeye. So you'll see the Rockeye auto with ProTech, and I think ProTech has at least one other collab with Les George. This feels a lot like the quality that I expect from ProTech. ProTech is an incredible U.S. Company that makes some of the best side-opening USA-made automatic knives out there. Their quality is really, really good, and I consider them to be, in my honest opinion, I consider them to be a step up from companies like Benchmade, even though they cost less, right? Their quality just seems a lot better, and they pay attention to things like HRC, and so they're kind of like a tier up. So we're not quite to where like Les George's mid-techs are, his Talos or his VECP, right? But we're right there in that ProTech territory, and that's great because the prices reflect exactly that. These are full-size knives, but I'm surprised by the contouring in the aluminum. I really didn't think we were going to see anything like that. That's really, really nice. It's exceptionally nice. I'm feeling. I wonder if that's the plunge or the bearings. I think it's probably the bearings. Only on that one, but only when it's closed. Okay, I think it's probably the bearing cage. That's okay. That's normal. Only right-handed though. I think some people will be bummed out by that there's no left-handed option. But really overall super nice and not incredibly weighty. That's something that you'll notice with the mid-tech version of the Talos or the VECP is that the full titanium construction adds considerable weight. These probably come in at 4.5 to the high 4s. That's what I would guess. I mean, I think these are 8.5-inch knives. We'll measure it here in just a second. Yeah, 4.6 ounces. That's about what I was expecting. And then the overall length is... No, it's 8. Maybe I'm thinking it was the original Talos, a lot larger. Full-size knife, very comfortable. Jimping is, I'd say, better. Like I have a VECP V3 where the jimping is essentially a decoration. This is actually functional. It's not incredibly bitey, but it is absolutely functional. The blades look exactly the same as like, the mid-tech Talos or VECP, like the finish on them, the edge and everything. So I'm going to guess that these are done in Les George's shop. So very cool. A lot of people, I think, will point out I can get an aluminum and Magna Cut blade from Kershaw for $180. You can, but it's not the same thing. It's clearly not. Anybody who picks up, like, for example, a Kershaw Bel Air and one of these, you're going to notice that there is not only substantially more material, but there's substantially more involved, clearly, in the creation of these. And these are not mass-produced items either. It's honestly kind of amazing to me that they are able to create these and sell them for sub $300. I'm a huge fan. I think they've done a great job with their plunge lock here. Again, I know button locks aren't the newest thing, but if they're able to make the plunge lock to where the detent feels good enough to deploy it, you can see there how easy it is to reverse flick it. It's very snappy. These feel great. Super nice American-made products at this quality. I think it's pretty cool that you can get them for, I think the base price was under $300. Cool. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to carry, but getting an opportunity to carry a Les George Talos model again is way too tempting. So this is probably going to be a part of my dedicated rotation here for the next few weeks while, before I review it. So probably expect to see this one on a most carried list. This is pretty cool, but the review will come down the road. Thanks again to Scott Whittington of USA Made Blade for letting me check these out. Again, they'll be linked down in the description. that's going to be it until we do the full review. Please make sure to, ouch, I busted my elbow just now on my file cabinet. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.